Right, so branding. We should talking about branding today and how important it is. Oh, branding's everything when it comes to content creation. Obviously, I'm Crazy Scotsman, but before I was a content creator, I was a photographer and a graphic designer. And I've always strived to merge the both of them as much as humanly possible, keeping the best quality stream with the graphic elements and the newest things I can do with the software I'm doing at the moment. But when it comes to content creation and streaming, you've got to think about it in that kind of sense. You've got to think about it as your brand, as your business. It's a very, very important thing. It comes from just the simple fact that the colours you pick, the environment that you're in, the logo that you use, the lighting you might use that day or week or whatever. These are all factors. You know what I mean? Same as the graphics and everything else that you have in your stream. These all should scream your brand at the end of the day. You know, today we're going to talk about that, and I'm going to use myself as an example. And hopefully by the end of it, it's not going to be the longest videos, but hopefully by the end of it, you'll have a better understanding of branding and why it's so important. So firstly, when you look at obviously companies like McDonald's, KFC, I know we're talking about food, I just had my tea, you know. But we're talking about companies like Adidas and Nike, Amazon. For speaking of a few, they've all got the same kind of concept. Represents other company as a whole. You got Amazon with the smiley face with the arrows going from A to Z, happy face. You know what I mean? And it's stuff like that. The little hints, something that's very, very subtle. That sometimes the subtle things will make the biggest of differences. And the same thing with logos and any kind of branding. You want to keep it simple while making it interesting for people to later down the line, or even a few minutes or a few weeks or a few months or down whatever, being able to figure that out, you know. Like for example, myself, I'll put my logo in one of the corners right at this moment. You'll see obviously I'm wearing a beret. Beret is a part of my past. And if you're in the stream, you'd know this, that I used to be a Royal Engineer. Thus the beret, it's a little hints, but it looks cool. It's just a hole, but when you dig a little deeper, it becomes more like a backstory, and that's where people can more invest in you as well, because, you know, oh, I see there's a beret in that guy's logo, or oh, he's wearing a hat, you know, and they come in and they talk about it, and it's like, it's a starting of a conversation, and the conversation in the live stream is the lifeblood. You want to be obviously entertaining, but you've got to be also able to talk. And when people come in and they talk about stuff, thus, you know, even when it's just the logo itself, it makes a big difference. I mean, I don't wear the beret. Well, I used to wear the beret quite a lot when we were over in Mixer before that shut down. And when we switched over to Twitch, we decided to take a step back from it and use it more as a conversational starter. You know, when some people who know me from Mixer will come in and say, oh, you know, wearing the beret, and we'll talk about that. And then other people will come in and they'll sometimes see me wearing it, and they'll ask me about it in the first place, and it will become a story that everybody else in the stream will either, if they've not already heard it, will actually, you know, understand it a little bit more. This and the combination of the colours you might choose, you know, like these things will simplify yourself, stuff in the background, stuff like that, as everyone would know from, if you watch my past videos, you'll notice they were also in green screen before, because we didn't have the space. We were in a 2-bedroom flat, and we never had the space to kind of spread out. And well, now, as you can tell, we are now in our own kind of studio. This is slash this bear's bedroom, but we've got more space, so we can do more things, which is another thing you can do with your branding. You can have it in the background somewhere, or even if it's just the colours. You know, it's the subtle things, again, the subtle things. Colours give emotions, thus, you know, down the line, we're not going to go colour faded, you know? That's a totally different kettle of fish. But keeping yourself to a brand is a big thing when you want to go a bit more serious into it, rather than just simplistic, or just wanting there's nothing wrong with you just wanting to play a game and relax and talk to your mates and everything else. There's nothing wrong with that. But if you want to go take it to the next level, it's the little things like this that will make a big difference at the end of the day. No, it'll be the start of the big difference anyway, should I say. But you gotta think of it this way. As I said, would you go to Amazon if they didn't have the logo? Would you recognise the logo by just looking at it? That's the whole point of branding. Branding and logo recognition. Can you tell someone by just the colours they use? Perfect example of branding when it comes to colours is Jeremy Dooley, when he plays GTA 5. He uses the same colours, and he does that with his vehicles. He's a guy inside the game, and all the colours he uses, and even the names of the said vehicles, he has all those kind of names that again tie back to his brand. And it's probably an aspect that a lot of his audience, when it comes to GTA 5, would be quite interested in, and keep them coming in, because obviously, as you know, GTA 5 has got a ton of vehicles, and there's a lot of vehicles always coming in, so there's more and more and more that he's going to do with them. So it's a constant stream of content and branding for him as well. You've got your branding done, you've got your wee list in, and you're ticking away at the boxes. Hopefully this video has helped you, even if it has in a little bit. Please do me a favour, guys, hit that thumbs up button down below and hit that subscribe button. We're going to be doing a lot more videos in the future. Take the fact that we have more space now, and we're not in everyone's face now when we go downstairs. It's fantastic. So we've got more space now, so we're going to be able to do more content like this in the future, bringing you tips, tricks, gameplay, reactions. If you can name it, we're probably going to try and do it at some point. So keep yourselves safe, guys, and we'll see you all next time. Right, you know, Thatcher's overwhelming hatred for the laser sights, it just came from the fact that he's part cat, and every time someone has a laser sight, he has to chase after it. Bloody laser sights.
Bad mental images.